My name's Sway. By the way, Johnny Sway.
I want a fancy penthouse, so high it's hid from you. 'Cause when I have these things I want, then I won't want you. You're just a girl with the look on your face, nothing much more than that. I'll find another girl to take your place, and I'll do it in seconds flat.
He's coming soon on video cassette from Paramount.
There is something funny going on in this apartment building, and it's driving the neighbors crazy. Janet Maslin of the New York Times calls it a zany and hilarious film. Michael Wilmington of the Los Angeles Times says it's murderously funny. Delicatessen, a futuristic comic feast. And now you can save up to 11% on a special 2-pack offer, or indulge in our 3-pack special and take advantage of savings up to 22%. See your distributor for details. When a crime takes place and no clues are found, when a murderer's on the loose and no one knows where,
This mystery gets darker every minute.
there's only one man who can piece the facts together and solve the case.
Excuse me, but you are Sherlock Holmes.
At your service.
From the legendary Sir Arthur Conan Doyle comes 2 classic tales of intrigue and suspense. First, Holmes faces one of his greatest challenges
Supernatural evil.
and searches for the truth that will free a family from a history of horrible deaths.
We need 1 or 2 small facts, Watson, and we'll bring the Hound of the Baskervilles to heel.
Is it an evil curse or mere superstition?
The evidence is quite overwhelming, Watson.
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
This is the 2nd largest known diamond in the world.
Then, a priceless treasure leads to a deadly discovery.
Sign of the 4. In God's name, what does it all mean, Holmes?
It means murder.
And Holmes finds himself caught in a tangled web of greed and deceit.
Are you ready for the hunt, Watson?
How will he solve the mystery of the Sign of 4?
Gentlemen, the game's afoot!
Sherlock Holmes is the world's most famous super sleuth, and now you can uncover 2 of his greatest adventures on video. And big savings are elementary with this pre-pack offer. When you buy 1 copy of The Sign of 4 and 1 copy of The Hound of the Baskervilles, you can choose an additional copy of one of these movies absolutely free. See distributors for details.
Arcade, come on, let's go see this.
Okay, kids, come on in here. Don't be frightened. This is Arcade. It's all done in virtual reality. So real, you'll think you're actually in the game board.
I am Arcade. Kiss reality goodbye.
You gotta try this thing.
We got some home versions of Arcade, but we need a little fine-tuning, and that's where you kids luck out.
It's alive, Nick. It's hurting people.
It's a machine without a soul. If he gets you, you're dead.
And now you can take advantage of our special savings on Arcade 2-packs. Save up to 11%. See your distributor for details.
During his 10 years in prison, Jack Deems created his own world. It made him very successful.
Jack Deems, the creator of Cool World, right? I can't believe this.
Now, he thinks he's going home to the real world, but he's wrong. Real wrong.
Welcome to my world.
You're not in Kansas anymore. Freeze. Cool World Police.
I'm a cartoonist. I drew all this.
This place exists with or without you.
Get a little closer here, babe. Give us a kiss.
Go away.
I'm out of here.
I've been waiting for you, darling.
Noids do not have sex with doodles. It's the oldest law in Cool World. And if that happens, you call me. I got it, boss.
Since it's only a dream, indulge your fantasies.
Man is in the bedroom.
You gonna follow the rules? Or are you gonna follow your instincts?
They're about to make an unscheduled trip to the other side. Buster. This is gonna be the biggest disaster the Cool World has ever seen. Stop! Cease!
Nobody's gonna stop me now.
You look good in the flesh. It's almost a shame I gotta take you back.
It's the $14 million box office adventure featuring Brad Pitt, Hollywood's hottest young actor and star of Thelma and Louise, Johnny Suede, and A River Runs Through It.
You keep your pencil in your pocket.
Kim Basinger, one of the sexiest actresses on the screen today, and star of Batman.
I just want to be real.
And Gabriel Byrne from Miller's Crossing.
You gotta slow down.
Not on your life, pal.
This place should be erased.
Hey, it's a living.
Cool World.
Hey, Noids, it's me, Hollywood herself, and I'm coming at you in a big way with my film Cool World and the hottest promotion ever. Listen to this. When you buy 4 copies of Cool World, you'll get this free limited edition Hollywood sign featuring me, yours truly, and a clock. Ooh, isn't it the coolest? It's a one-of-a-kind item just like me. Ooh, you can't get it anyplace else. Plus, you'll also get this free 6-foot standee of Guess Who? This is sure to grab everybody's attention, don't you think? And there's more to come. A free coupon good for $10 off the purchase of Super Nintendo's Cool World video game. Are you excited yet? Don't doodle around. Indulge your customers' fantasies and pencil in your order for me and Cool World pre-pack today.
Called our embassy in Rome and said we've got Brian Mason.
When they wanted a job done,
Say what you want.
Information.
he was the agent they counted on.
We've got to get him back, Johnny. He's one of us.
I guess I'm a bit scared of you.
Why?
I'm not used to people like you.
But on this mission, he got too close. And they went too far.
You told Gabriella.
Told her what? That my lover kidnaps children?
There's a war, Rennie.
I do not want fireworks and blood on the walls.
There's no time. People like Rennie don't get into fights. They're trained to kill. Fighting's for amateurs.
In a world of spies,
I want to make a statement.
if you're not on the inside,
I want to dissociate myself from this operation.
you're on the outside.
Not a job you can walk out on, you know.
And for Sam Neill and Talisa Soto, that's a dangerous place to be. Hostage. Now you can save up to 20% on the Hostage 2-pack, and every cassette is supported by our guaranteed rental program. See your distributor for details.
Be sure to stay tuned for Video Zone after this feature presentation.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Welcome to yet another edition of Full Moon's Video Zone. As you can see, we're here on the set of Prehysteria with these really incredible dinosaurs. Whoa! No, they're upset because it's like 120 degrees in here and we're all sweating. I think you really enjoyed this picture. The dinosaurs are truly remarkable, the way they move. We're using a combination of rod puppetry and stop-motion animation. There's quite a different variety of effects being used to create the illusion of these small dinosaurs. But I just wanted to say that, you know, it took a while to get Arcade finished. It took over a year in post-production because of all the computer CGI effects. But I think it turned out real well, and hopefully if you guys liked it enough and it does well enough, we'll have an arcade too. In any case, I'll see you on the next edition of the Video Zone.
My treat. Here.
Deposit your money, and the game begins. Who knows where it will take you? It's a trip through the world of virtual reality, courtesy of Full Moon Entertainment's latest release, Arcade. Veteran director Albert Pune returns to Full Moon with Arcade as a unique new medium for terror.
Well, when Charlie first approached me with the title, Arcade, and that he wanted to do a horror film set in a arcade situation, I had been reading some articles about virtual reality and thought it was an interesting framework for a horror film to take place in.
This new technology includes the player as an active participant in the game, and the player's experiences and personality dictate which way the game will proceed.
What?
Give me a try. You might like it.
I think what's interesting about the game is that each level has a different aspect in terms of how it works on Megan's personality, her character's personality. So I think each of the levels have their own sort of, you know, fascinating facet to it.
Mom? Step into the vortex.
Megan Ward portrays the troubled youth Alex, who is struggling with her inner demons while trying to save her friends.
What's nice about Arcade is that Alex is the unexpected hero. It's the last person you would think to save the day, because she's got a lot of problems, but she has to also save all her friends from this vicious monster, this machine that's taking over. My favorite thing about being a hero is that I get the applause at the end. No.
Okay, that's print and wrap.
Even heroes need help sometimes, and Alex gets some from her friend Nick, played by Peter Billingsley.
Albert, behind her. Behind her. Do something.
Off camera, Megan and Peter found time for some fun.
Are you filming? See, he just got wounded by the Screamer. This is what the Screamer can do.
What's the Screamer?
The Screamer is what chases us in the game.
It's the thing that comes out if you spend too much time on a certain
It's
level.
like fate, you know? It's like time catching up with you.
That was bad.
Rounding off the cast are a few more familiar faces sucked in by Arcade. A.J. Langer, Seth Green, and Brandon Rain.
Take over the world.
It will take you beyond the boundaries of
reality.
Reality
will never be the
will
same.
Never be the same.
True.
Well, the favorite level, the level with the boat scene, when I get to just come out and tell Alex everything I think of her. I wish I could kick her butt, but in the end, she gets me.
She
And I
saves
don't
your
get
life,
it,
man.
but she does save my life.
But you're the truth teller. I lied.
Oh,
Arcade
it's
will
crazy.
rule the world. There is no escape. Oh, stop. It's too intense for me.
When we said reality will never be the same, we weren't kidding.
Each player must wear several accessories to enter the world of arcade.
These are the cyber gloves, and this is what enables you to actually touch the virtual reality. This is your headpiece. This is what you look into, and these are our joysticks, so we can maneuver. And this is our escape button when things get hot and heavy. We just hope that the escape button works.
Once inside the arcade world, the special effects magic takes over.
What they've done is they've painted the trucks and the wheels blue, which matches the blue color of the blue screen. Now, anything that matches that color is going to be omitted from the picture. So therefore, it's going to leave the board looking like a hoverboard with these omitted, as though we were just floating in midair. Pretty neat, huh?
Don't tell all the secrets, Peter.
Sorry.
An oversized blue screen was created to give the illusion that the player was completely enveloped in the computer world, and a special camera was used to film the sequences.
This machine here is called a power pod, and it's a remote control head that maneuvers the camera detached from the head. So I am operating the camera in the luxury of these wheels here. Pan and tilt here. And I have a monitor. I don't know if you can see this as my viewfinder. So it's pretty neat. I can orient these any way I want.
And the power pod allowed us to make quite a few kind of radical camera moves very easily. And it could just float over the stage and allow the camera to get into a lot of positions that normally we couldn't in a conventional way.
After the blue screen footage is shot, the blue background behind the actors is electronically removed and replaced with new images created by the computer animation company Digital Fantasy.
For Arcade, we are creating several levels of animation. We're creating two-dimensional animation and matte paintings for the backgrounds, and we're also creating entire three-dimensional sets and animations for other pieces of the film. Two-dimensional computer animation is very similar to standard cell animation, the kind of work that's been done in cartoons for years. The difference is that you're painting with pixels rather than painting with paint on acetate. You're creating the entire image inside the computer. These are the digital matte paintings that we're creating for the film. As you can see, we've got scanned-in images of the characters, and we're literally putting them into worlds. 3D animation is something else entirely. 3D animation is more of a set design and object building type of work than painting. You don't so much create the images as you create the objects. Describe to the computer literally what an object is, how shiny it is, what color it is, how reflective it is, where the light is hitting it from, what color of light bounces back. All of these descriptions are keyed into the computer, and then you tell the computer to draw the image. Then we start putting it through tests. We start rendering images to see what it looks like. And then when it's finally tweaked to the point that you're really happy with it, you set it down for the final render. Generally, the final render tends to be the most time-consuming but least labor-intensive part for the people. The computer does all the work at that point. And this is actually the model building part of the program. Right here on the screen, what we have is a model of light cycles. If we look at it in a perspective view, we can see the object that we're building as we're developing it. The computer will draw a wireframe version of the model to let you know what it's looking like at this point. At any given time, you can go in and render it full color to see what it looks like, but for speed purposes, we tend to work with it in wireframe just so that we have an idea as to what it's going to look like in proportion wherever it's going to be moving on the screen. I think this is going to be one of the most computer animation intensive films ever made. There are several major sequences. One, of course, is the bike chase. That is almost entirely created inside of 3D. Another bit that we've added is Arcade actually talking. The Arcade creature, the Arcade face, is created three-dimensionally.
A heartless monster, of course.
All told, I would say I'm very happy. People are going to give us the greatest compliment by not noticing what we have done. They're just going to accept it, and it's going to be part of the film experience. They're not going to be paying attention to the match shots in the background anymore. They're just going to accept it as being trapped inside of a video game.
You forgot my free life.
Well, special effects may be the most spectacular part of Arcade, but it was the human element that brought it all together.
Yeah, we're just becoming one big happy family.
Happy family.
I think the audience is really at first going to come to the movie, of course, to see the effects, and they are wonderful. But I think that one of the great things in the film is the scenes with the kids and their rapport, and I think that we improvise a lot of their scenes, and I think that you see kind of a youthful exuberance that you normally see in a film. I think it's fresh and very spontaneous and a lot of fun, and I think that audiences will come away with that being probably their fondest memory of the film.
Yeah. Peace. Thanks.
Bye.
Arcade. Kiss reality goodbye. One of the most prolific film composers of horror and science fiction, Richard Band has provided the shocking melodies for such Stuart Gordon films as Reanimator, From Beyond, and The Pit and the Pendulum. A self-taught musician, Band toured Europe with his own rock group while still a teenager. In 1978, Band co-composed his first score for Laser Blast. Since then, Band has spent much of his career in the company of devil dolls, ominous aliens, and monsters from the fourth dimension. Band's skills grew from computerized music to conducting such orchestras as the London Symphony and the Rome Philharmonic. His unique mixture of strings and synthesizers marking such scores as Troll, Mutant, and The Arrival. At Full Moon, Band has composed over 10 scores, including the evil lullabies of the Puppet Master films and the robotic march of Crash and Burn. Now, Richard Band possesses he takes to give melodic magic to Dr. Mordred.
This is a great part of the film to start with because it has all the elements that we need to deal with: Mordred, Cabal, good versus evil. Of course, the challenge in this sequence is going to be the dinosaur fight, since I don't have 95% of what's going to be on there. No picture, no effects or anything, so a lot of it's going to be up to my imagination. Right now, it's time to go to the piano and start working on those themes. Matter of coming up with the themes, which I have some ideas for. We're dealing with a mysterioso nature because of the sorcery involved. Actually, we need something for that. Let me see. Yeah, maybe harp going. We could have voices. Over that's good. Mainly we need a bridge, something that can be played more slowly, orchestrated differently, something to give the audience a sense of musical continuity. So we have the beginning, which is this then to the bridge. Actually, that's going to work very nicely. I think we've got the basic thematic ideas, and to make sure that they're going to work properly, I want to start putting them to some orchestrations, and we'll, give it a feel and see how it works in the studio. So let's give it a shot over there. As to how we're going to apply to what we just heard over on the piano, Let's start with the Misterioso. I think the harp, as we mentioned. Okay, now that's going to work really nicely, especially when we marry it with some nice trims behind it, something like this. Here's the voice. There are the voices. Now let's see. Obviously we're going to need those nice French horns, since they carry a very majestic type sound for when we get into the Mordred theme. The coming to the rescue, Mordred wins, and here's... hear that, and then we'll go to the bridge, which is very important, as we discussed. Then a little more melodic here. Counter melody with the French horns. Back to Misterioso. The final step is we're going to go in and with about 28 strings plus a nice large brass section, I think about 13, 14 brass players, and you'll hear basically what ends up sounding like about an 80, 90-piece orchestra. Let's see how this entire sequence fits with the film. So at this point, we're putting the elements together. Now, as you can hear, there's some percussion right there. Cymbals, strings, more percussion. It's all coming in. That's from where we heard before with the harp. Now we get to the big climax with the battle. I think it's interesting to note that there are only a handful of people in this town who are doing scores this way. One of the reasons is partly budgetary, but it's also really neat to combine the electronics in an orchestral sense with real orchestra. It's up to the mixers when they put the sound effects in and the dialogue and so forth and so on. Hopefully I'm not going to get murdered in that process, which happens quite often. At least I know the score turned out well, the melodies are strong, and we're in good business. Right now it's up to the fates and the producers. Well, as everybody knows, there's a lot of ghostwriting going on in town. Although I've never really admitted to it, I think it's time to come clean. This here is my ghostwriter, Rachel, who also happens to be my inspiration.
Dr. Mordred and other Richard Band CDs for Puppet Master and The Pit and the Pendulum are now available on Moonstone Records.
The makers of Robot Johnts take you to a future where super robots keep the peace.
Well, General, you're getting a ringside seat here.
But beneath the technology lies a plot.
The Eastern Alliance is on our side.
To turn its machines.
Come on, what would somebody be hiding under a ghost town?
How about a huge cache of weapons?
Into engines of destruction.
Captain Wally has commandeered the robot.
I learned a whole 9 robot yards.
Strap in, Snoopy!
The robot wars have begun.
Watch this baby dance.
What are you gonna do with that rusty old tin can?
Take out the garbage, scumbag.
Robot wars.
She journeyed to a forbidden land to unlock evil's darkest mystery. But now that she has tasted the power of the night, her only desire is to stop an unspeakable demon from devouring her soul. Bloodstone. Subspecies 2.
Jack Death is going back to the future to take care of old business.
Did you give him his assignment?
I'm gonna send you back down the line to kill the transits at this source.
We need you down the line, Jack! Go! You'll see me again, Alice.
You better get to Lena. Can I help you?
I know this is a hell of a shock. I would have called first. I got some transfers to send you, and I need your help. When did the military start transient experiments?
She claims it's been going on for years. It's a real black bag operation. She used to be part of it, but now she wants out.
Lena. Who the hell is this guy?
I'm a transfer hunter.
3 times, and you're death. Tim Thomerson, Trancers 3. In a Manhattan apartment, Dr. Anton Mordred has stood guard between our world and the dark dimensions. Now, after centuries of waiting, evil's ultimate warrior has arrived.
Cabal is a demon who uses mortals to do his bidding.
What difference does it make if I want this dying planet?
A sorcerer is not a god. It will be beyond the apocalypse.
Our powers can be amusing.
This man's gotta die!
Dr. Mordred, master of the unknown.
Hi, Full Moon fans. I'm Charlie Spradling, and we're here on location in Los Angeles to show you just how big Full Moon Mania really is. Here we are at the world-famous Tower Records on Sunset Boulevard. We're here to find out exactly how much Full Moon Records are selling the CDs. Well, why don't you guys just come on inside with me and we'll find that out, okay? Follow me. So don't forget to get down to your local record store and pick up Moonstone's latest releases, Subspecies, Netherworld, Oh my God! Hey! All right, so guys, we're Psychotic Check it out. What are you guys doing here?
We're just listening to ourselves on this movie soundtrack of Bad Channel.
Oh, cool.
I love you.
Cool gets out of his seat and shovels his feet. Here we are at Golden Apple Comic Books on Melrose. Let's go inside and see how good our Malibu Graphics comic books are doing. Be sure to get down to your local comic book store soon. We've got new Puppet Master series, Transfer, Subspecies, Demonic Toys, and you better hurry because, well, people will do anything to get their hands on them. As you can see, everyone's a full moon fanatic. I mean, everyone wears our t-shirts. We cannot keep them in stock. I'm telling you, if you want a full moon t-shirt from your favorite film, you better order one as soon as possible. They're so popular. Everything in Hollywood's got one. I have a closet full myself personally. Hi, we're here at Hollywood Book and Poster on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. As you can see, they carry all of our posters from our full moon films. You can get Trancers, Subspecies, Seed People, Puppet Master. They're just like the ones at your video store, so pick one up today. We're here at the Spotlight Tattoo on Melrose Avenue. Over here's my friend Bull, who's getting a tattoo by the artist Charlie Roberts. Don't forget about our cool full moon trading cards. See, we have them for lots of the movies, okay? So, and also when you join the fan club, you get this really cool full moon t-shirt and a copy of Moon Flash, our newsletter. Remember Moon Flash? Well, anyway, for more information about becoming a full moon fanatic, you can call our hotline at 1-800-999-9559 or write to Full Moon Entertainment, P.O. Box 526, 8721 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069.
Done.
Cool.
Wow, what do you think, babe?
I think I'll get one next. I hope you had a great time today in Hollywood. Keep watching Video Zone, keep writing me those letters, and we'll see you next time.